Good morning. How y'all doing? Y'all already know. This Saturday Sabbath. This first thing. Saturday Sabbath. Woo! You know, I'm like, do I need to repeat myself? I ain't doing it today. Okay, y'all. I am not gonna do it. Everybody should know the routine. Saturday Sabbath. I'm the most spiritual on Saturday. My visions on Saturday be raw. Yep, this Saturday is no different. God come to me every single Saturday. Like, I noticed this is routine. When I first started, I used to be like, Saturday, Sabbath. I've been doing this for like over 5 years. Every Saturday, Sabbath. It's going to be a Saturday, Sabbath. When you think God ain't got nothing to talk about, y'all, God, it's never ending. The visions will never end. I'ma always see something. Even if I go to bed now, I'ma see something, and I see something there at night, and I'ma see something tomorrow. And if I choose to lay down in the middle of the day, I'ma see something then, and then in the morning, if I choose to take a 10-minute nap, I'ma see something. It never ends. I'm tickled, y'all. I'm tickled. So yeah. So I just smile talk till God give me a warning to give. I just smile talk and just try to connect with the people and stuff like that. So I just try to be down to earth, connect with the people, talk to the people till He send me this warning, till He send me the warnings He want to send. So God, take over conversation. So I'm letting God take over conversation. Wherever it's straight to, that's where it's going. No direction, no structure, just whatever He want to talk about. That's where it's gonna be led to. That we gonna talk about. Okay, y'all. I did see the Truman show yesterday. Cause when I was gonna watch the Truman show, I was like, oh, they got Terminator. I mean, they do got Terminator. Cause I'm a classic movie bluff. Like these new movies, I just can't get into it. Like they just don't have that creative nature. But the older movies, they kind of got the creative nature, the whole storyline. The story don't just start in the middle of something, you going somewhere and then it just end. It don't have no kind of ending or nothing, just end. Like the older movies, they put more creativity into it. They really wrote out the storyline. Now these movies, they just put something together, use CGI, use computer generated, and just throw it at the people. So I can't really get into the new movies, but I'm a classic movie bluff, if that's what you want to call it. I'm into all the old classics. Like that's all I really be collecting is old classics. Like I can't get into the new stuff. Like it ain't nothing new that I'm like, okay, this right here is better than Terminator. This right here, like stuff that came out in the 80s is still way more better than the stuff they got now. And I don't know, y'all. I ain't forget to that. But I'm a classic movie bluff. So I like my old classic movies. So I really do like the streaming service for the old classic movies. So I be really trying to dig and see if they got something found there. So they do got the Truman Show, y'all. I think on Pluto TV, that's free. So, I mean, God was saying watch the Truman Show. I told you spiritually, God was like, watch the Truman Show. So, that's on Pluto TV if you want to watch that, and it's free. But on Pluto TV, they got the Truman Show. I think the Pluto TV got the best stuff right now. Because it got the Truman Show, y'all. It got all the Terminators. It got all the Transformers on there. It got, like, what else it got on there? It got Eagle Eye on there. The movie Eagle Eye. It got all this sci-fi type stuff, and I do like sci-fi. So I just been on Pluto, cause I'm like, okay, this got the action, this got this, and then I'm limited where I can see, so I can't see all the other extra stuff. I don't watch nothing Tyler Perry, so I ain't seen nothing Tyler Perry made. I probably seen one movie Tyler Perry that made, and that's only because my younger kids, liked it. His Tyler Perry Boo, like that little Halloween little series. Like my kids liked it there. So I watched Tyler Perry Boo, but all those other overly dramatic stuff that he be doing, I don't watch none of that. I don't know nothing about what he be doing, what he be talking about, what he got going on. I don't even know no movie, like not one. I do not watch nothing Tyler Perry. Yeah. So, because he feed on your emotion. He feed on drama, trauma, and emotion. That's all he do. And then he just create this, like, he just, if it's in you, it just gonna come out. Like he just like water this seed that might be planted in you some kind of way. I don't know. I just don't look at none Tyler Perry like nothing. It's nothing that he make that I'm just like, ooh, let me watch this. My kids like Tyler Perry Boo. They like the little Halloween, the Boo that he did. So I watch the Tyler Perry Boo with them. But that's it. That's the only movie I didn't see Tyler Perry. Okay, y'all. So God controlling the conversation. I don't know where it's gonna go. I just speak. As I speak, God will direct the conversation. He'll jump in somewhere. So I just smile talk off the top of my head and go where it go. So I'm just smile talking, y'all. Tyler Perry. Nah, I don't really do nothing, like absolutely nothing. Tyler Perry. I don't even know no movies he got out, honestly. It might be a few that I might have seen like way back, but my mind won't even bring to my memory. Like I don't even have no memory of the actual movies that he done did. So I don't do nothing Tyler Perry. My kids, I watch Boo with my kids. Okay, let's watch a movie. I gotta be down to earth, y'all. I can't just be so high up on the world. I can't do nothing with nobody. Cause if it's up to God, like I said in my other videos, your music crap, everything you doing is crap because it's contaminated. But through Jesus, everything we can kind of do a little bit, it's a little more leniency to do certain stuff. But even then, don't get too comfortable. Even then, don't get too comfortable. So, y'all, I'm tickled. So, y'all, so, I did see the Truman Show yesterday. I finally had a chance to watch it because when I was get ready to watch it, boom, I seen Transformer. I'm like, Truman Show or Transformer. Transformer gonna win. So I'm like, Transformer it is. So yesterday I was like, let me watch this movie. Like I'm speaking on this movie off the top of my head. It's vague. I ain't never really seen the movie. So I'm speaking, but I don't even know what it really about. When I did that other video talking about Truman, I had no clue. I had absolutely no clue. But when I went back and looked, I was like, oh, okay, I was on point. God, the Holy Spirit was got in that whole conversation. I had no clue nothing about what was going on in the Truman Show. I ain't even really seen the Truman Show. So when I was trying to break down that movie, that was strictly God, like really. So when I was talking about coincidences, so then when I go back and I look, I'm like, okay, everything I said, it lined up. Like it's no lie there. So sometimes when I do stuff, which is not gonna be a lie, cause everything coming from God. Everything I'm speaking coming from the Bible. I can pull up the Bible verse. If it's coming from God, it's in the Bible. I might not quote the scripture, but you can find it in the Bible. Everything that I'm speaking, it's not a lie there. I'm looking at stuff I posted, y'all, all the way back, cause you know how sometimes they do like memories and they do reposts like maybe a year, 2, 3 years, 4 years later, they'll send you like a notification for a repost. I do reposts on those old videos, and then I'll watch my old videos, and it's still going on now, and it's not a lie in the video. Like, it's nothing that I said that I'd be like, ooh, I take that back. It's nothing that I didn't spoke that I said, ooh, I take that back. Like, absolutely nothing. So, I just did a repost. God, I was talking about truth, but God take me to this repost. I just did a repost, and I'm speaking on these geese I kept seeing, and I gave my interpretation of these geese. That every time I be driving, they'll just stop traffic. Like it'd be so many geese, like it'd be just like I can't even move or nothing, and I just be driving there out of nowhere, boom, geese, and then it get to a point where I have to make a complete stop. This will not stop going on. It's no such thing as coincidences. Get that out your mind. So if I'm stopping every time I'm in traffic, a whole bunch of geese is just crossing the street. God, what is you telling me right now? Because you was speaking to me. So I gave my interpretation of geese, y'all. And I said war. I spoke on that video way back, and I brung up war. Fighting for what's yours. Like, you're going to have to go to war. Like, it's not going to be handed to you on no silver spoon. Like, even now, you're going to, God said it's yours, but you're going to have to put in the work to get what's yours out here. Like, you just going to have to put in the work to get it. So... it's yours, but you're going to have to fight for what's yours out here. And it might even be included this big war that's finna go off with Israel. You got to fight for what's yours. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, when Moses died and Joshua had to take over and he was a general, all they did was fight. Fight. God said, you got the promised land. Now you got to fight for everything that's yours, because it's been hijacked. So now you got to go take back what was taken from you. And so the whole book of Joshua is just him just going back and just fighting. Like, it was just like war. Fight. the promised land was not just, ooh, we in the promised land. Like, blood, sweat, tears came with this promised land. Like, this was not easy. This was not easy at all. But they got it. They got back what was theirs. So I said in my other video, people talk about David fighting. Joshua, there was the fighter. Like, non-stop. From the time they got out of slavery, by the time Moses delivered them, they were fighting all the way up to that point. Like, when Moses died and Joshua had to take over, commander-in-chief, flag general, oh yeah, it was on and popping at that point. It was like non-stop fight. So, y'all, so, I'm just bringing it up. Fight, going to war. I spoke on that in other videos. All the way back, even back in 2019, I was seeing this war. I even did reposts, and it's going to be other reposts that I'm going to repost, dealing with the reposts. Dealing with the war. Because God had already told me war. And as I see stuff that go on, align with what I had already been speaking, which is still manifested because it's the living word, I'm going to do reposts on it. So, I spoke on war, and I went public about war in 2019. This war, is no way around this war because I seen in the spiritual. And everything I see in the spiritual is locked. So it's no way around the war. I just hope we can prolong the war. I'm just hoping that this war can be prolonged. And I think Trump trying to prolong it. I was thinking that we had a 4-year grace period. Shoot, it's an escalation going on. They trying to push this. Like, I knew it was coming. But I'm like, is we gonna have a grace period before we just get hit with this war? Like, that's what I'm thinking. So in one of my videos, I was like, while Trump in office, we safe. While Trump in office, we safe. Shoot, send y'all prayers up. Because somebody is pushing it faster than what it needs to be pushed. And in one of my videos I did in 2019, I told y'all that our troops was not ready. We had all these young, like, God let me interview the troops in my vision. These troops was scared out their mind. All of them was young, like 18 years old, being forced to go to war. Like, wasn't none ready. Wasn't none of them no fighters. Everybody, like, they didn't have a clue. Like, it was just like you throwing it's like you throwing children out to fight on the battlefront. Like, no kind of, like, maturity mentally. Like, nothing was there. Like, it wasn't nothing there. They were just a body count. Okay, you going to war. Like, it wasn't no preparation, nothing whatsoever. And it's going to catch this war that I saw, it's going to catch everybody off guard. Ain't nobody going to even know. Because in the vision, the only way I knew is I seen some helicopters. I seen them war helicopters flying in the air. I was like, dang, we in a war? That's what I see in the dream like that. Like, it caught everybody off guard. And I say that because in the dream, I was caught off guard. The only way I even knew is because I seen the helicopters in the sky. And that's how I knew we was in war, when I seen the helicopters in the sky. And there were 3 sets of helicopters full of troops. And then God let me sit and talk to these troops in my vision. None of them weren't ready. Like, none of them ready. Like, nobody was ready for this war. Like, absolutely nobody. Like, they was scared out their mind when I was talking to them. And then in the dream, I was trying to just give them some kind of advice to kind of help them through. But whether they ready or not, they going. Like, whether they ready or not, they going to be sent off to this war. And Biden pushed this draft and signed this draft law into effect. So, when they scream war, a lot of these men finna get drafted, period. So don't be sideswiped with the distractions, with all this stuff in court and all these people that they expose and in the church. Do not be distracted with that, because you still got this draft. And this draft, they forcing you to work. They forcing you to war in this draft. And so a lot of people gonna be forced to war through the draft. They're gonna be forced to go. Yeah. They trying to push it back. This something that don't nobody want. A lot of families gonna be torn apart and gonna be destroyed through all this. A lot of, men gonna be forced to go to war. It's already a men shortage, and then the ones you do get, you forcing them to war. So basically, yeah. I ain't trying to say too much. I'm trying to watch what I say, cause I'm trying to watch what I say to a degree. Yeah. I'm like, sure, I really be saying whatever, but I'm trying to really watch that too now. But it's finna be a lot going on with this. And like I said, in my vision, I was firsthand, like in the vision firsthand. So I'm telling you what I know. I'm not wrong, especially if I'm having direct contact. God showing me I'm outside of time, interdimensional, looking at this, watching this, seeing this, talking to talking to these men. That's why I talk to the men. We got a shortage of men, and the men we got, they finna send them off. The young men that we got, they finna send them off if we go to war. So this war finna affect everybody. So Trump trying to keep the peace, yeah, it's gonna affect everybody, especially the black community. Especially you got sons, and these sons finna be forced to a war, and it's nothing you could do about it. Like, it's gonna be nothing you could do about this draft once they push this draft that was already put into law with Biden. And I don't even know dynamics of this draft. It was a new draft that was put into law with Biden, so they knew something back then. So, y'all. And Trump just getting the tail end of the stick of what was already brewing before he even got in office. So, we gonna see what's going on. When I did that video, shoot, I guess I'll be praying too. Sound like my kid when they talking about Morty. Cause in my video, I'm like, God, I spoke. Look, I'm praying. I'm telling the God openly right now. God, I spoke and said, 4 years under Trump, 4 years of grace. Shoot, they speeding this up. God, they is speeding up something that it's escalating super fast. They said Trump better get this under control, because this something ain't nobody gonna want. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This something that's gonna impact a lot of black people, like we the minority. It's gonna impact our homes to go and have to deal with your sons being forced to go to war. Like, it's gonna impact a lot of people's homes and stuff. Like, it's bigger than what you think it is. And if you think you're not impacted, just sit back and watch, because it's gonna impact you. Like, you're gonna be impacted by this war. Whether you want to be or not, we have never went to war like this. Like, this right here is something brand new. World War III, brand new. And they trying to push it. And so yeah. So I'm just putting this in the air, y'all. I am gonna send up prayers like, oh God, because this is something that got to happen. This war, it got to happen. It gotta happen. But when it happen, can we push it back, God? Can we delay this? Can this be delayed? Now y'all better stop, y'all flies. So we gonna see. I'm gonna be praying now for the truth. Cause what I see in my vision, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of broken homes. It's already broken. It's gonna be even more broken, because you're gonna be forcing all these young men to be forced into a war that they don't want to go to, and they're gonna be scared out their mind. They're gonna be scared out their mind in the dream. I was just telling them stuff they could do, just to kind of just like make sure they on guard a little sharper, stuff like that. But yeah, distractions. Okay, so I'm speaking on the war, because I did a repost yesterday, and I was speaking on my breakdown of geese, and I specifically said war in that video. War, fighting for what's yours, fighting. Like, you don't have to put up a fight, and it's a spiritual war, not just a war with America and other countries, so to speak. It's a war within. Look, the war within you. It's a war within you. It's a battle of good and bad within you. You at war with yourself out here too. So the word war is interdimensional, and it's stretching a lot of different ways. And war, it can be used in so many different ways. I use it in many ways as possible, but then another one that God just came and told me is the war within you. You have to go to war. So that's what he said dealing with that. Okay, let me go back to the Truman Show. So I did watch the Truman Show, and the Truman Show is actually interdimensional. So I hit one aspect of the Truman Show, but the Truman Show basically was this man. And in the beginning, they said that they birthed him through trauma. Like, his birthing was through trauma. Like, they found mothers that did not want their babies, and he was part of this group of women that did not want their babies. So he part of this group of women, and he just happened to be the child that was born on first. So he was the experiment. So he was the chosen one, so to speak, because just just everything just aligning up. He was the first one birthed out of all the women that did not want their babies. He was the one that was birthed first, so he was just hand picked at that point. So his whole life had been on TV for the world to see. From the time he was born, they had cameras set up all around his whole existence to watch him. So this was like a streaming service that was like 24 hours a day. You can watch this one person who was the Truman and watch his life. So everybody in his life, they're all actors except him. So he don't know what he thinking everything normal. But I thought it was odd that he was birthed into trauma, and they looked for somebody specifically with trauma to be part of this experiment. They looked for mothers to be mothers that did not want their kids. I was like, oh, they trauma, like they pulled him out of trauma. So he birthed into the world already like damaged, so to speak. So he just going on living his life. If it looked like everything is just too good, they'll create this like trauma and drama in his life to like appease the people, because you know the people getting bored with the show, so they have to make random stuff happen to him to be able to draw the people in and feed on their emotions, so to speak. So they would randomly, like if he having a good day, they might randomly have something happen. They got to make it happen. Like they got to create the drama. Like the show wouldn't be the show without the drama. So the person who over this TV show who owned the child Truman through this unwanted pregnancy, he just trying to be like the number one. Like he just trying to be number one. He just worried about numbers, number one. He not really specifically worried about how Truman feel and how it's going to affect him psychologically, mentally. Like he's not worried about none of that. He just like, I need to get my numbers. And so that's why he got started this show. And so Truman, he just going on living his life. His mama not his mama, his daddy not his daddy, his wife is not his wife. Everybody is planning. Everybody's positioned. Everything is timed. They write now everything before it even happened. Okay, on this day, this is what he gonna go through and this is what he gonna do. And even though I did speak on the coincidence aspect of it, it's just like, even now, you know, it's like we in the Truman Show. Especially if you woke out here. If you woke and you pay attention to everything around you, and God woke my eyes up to do that, that's why I don't deal with nobody. Nobody can't be around me. Can't nobody be around me. I don't want nothing around me. I just need Holy Spirit is my best friend forever. That's who my best friend is, the Holy Spirit. I don't need nothing else, nobody else. Because Satan can use any and everybody else, and he will use any and everybody else. I know this. I know that people are so weak out here that Satan is going to use them. Now, if they spiritually strong, they could be around me, but ain't too many people that's spiritually strong that's not going to fall to the temptations of Satan. And if Satan want to get me, he's going to get me from the outside. He can't get me from the inside. It's going to be from the outside. So in order for me to have the protection I got around me, I can't have no dealing with nobody. I got to move along out here, because as long as I move along, them top dogs is out. But once I open the door and allow other people into my space, I'm also allowing their demons into my space. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with you and your demons. Like, I don't want to deal with it. So I choose to walk alone. Now, other people, y'all do what you do. But me, I can't have that energy, and I can't deal with it. I don't want that around me. So I walk alone. And so Satan, he don't have access to me as long as I'm walking alone. As long as I'm making this choice to walk along out here. So I have to make that choice, because Satan, I know his attack. It's going to be through somebody on the outside. It's always been through somebody on the outside. So in order for me, if I want to avoid attacks out here, especially unnecessary attacks, then I cut out the people around me, and then I won't be attacked. How can Satan get me? How can Satan attack me if I'm surrounded? I got the top dogs. I ain't got no Judas around in my inner circle. So how can Satan get me? He came. So I walk alone. But in this movie with the Truman Show, every time he was trying to like expand and go further in life and just see what's more is out there, because his life was so redundant. Like every day he'll be like, hi, like it was the same type of conversation he had with the same type of people. He see the same people every day. It's no growth, no nothing with him. But he started getting to the point, he trying to see what really out there. He like, it got to be more than this. It got to be more than me getting out every day. I see my neighbors. I say, good morning. I jump in my car. I go to work. I bump into the same two people every day. We had the same conversation over again. So he got this repetition of his life going on. And he realized it got to be more going on than this. And so Every time he would speak on, ooh, I want to leave Truman. Ooh, I want to travel. I want to go here. He had distractions, which were the people closest to him. He had his wife who would tell him, "No, you don't need to do that. We'll do that next month. Yeah, next month we'll travel." And then they'll call his best friend like, "Look, he thinking about leaving. Go reach out to your friend." And his friend will come with a bottle of beer, talking about some, "Hey man, I'm just pulling up. Let's drink some beer and chill." But really, they was there to hold him in his spot and make sure he don't leave from this reality that he was in, this false ideology that he was stuck in, this box. Everybody whole purpose was to keep him in this box, but his mind kept reaching further outside the box. And so it just show you the power of the mind. And even then, even with everything that was going on and him still not knowing that these people are all against him, even with all of this, nothing could stop what was up here. It's planted up here. Yeah. So basically that's the Truman Show. And then when I look at my life, I'm like, yeah. Like, I can look at myself and say, ooh, the Truman Show. Like, every time you come with an idea, ooh, I think I want to do this, you got somebody pop up. Oh, no, you don't need to do that. I think today, I think I might want to, I might want to travel, and I might want to go just out of town. No, you don't need to go out of town. Just chill. You got people in your ear. Y'all be careful out here. When God tell you to do something, and you around people and everybody tell you not to do what God told you to do, you was in the Truman Show, and you just don't know it. So you be aware of what you got going on. It's something on the inside of you is directing you to do something, start something, and then you got everybody telling you why you can't do it. You was in the Truman Show, and you just don't know it. Pay attention to what's going on around you. If somebody, every time you got a dream or a vision, you trying to start up, and you got everybody around you telling you what you can't do, you was in the Truman Show. Break out the box. Break out the box. Everybody strategically planted. Just like God plant people into your life, Satan also plant people in your life. They're there for a reason. They're there to bring down your faith. They're there to create a spirit of doubt in what you're trying to do. They have been strategically planted by Satan. They've been strategically planted by him. He didn't even know his best friend was part of it. His best friend even was an actor, pretending to be his friend. Every time he came with something he was trying to do or what he was stressed out about, his friend was to divert him, to make him think that what he got going on is okay. Everything is okay. You is good. Like, that was his whole purpose. Pay attention to who you got around you. Pay attention to who you got around you out here, y'all. I know this man. I'm finna tell y'all, because God, the conversations are gonna drift, because that's what God do. But this man, he was talking, he said, our peripheral, our vision is to see straight. He said sometimes it might be something on the side, like an angel or something. And he said the way our eyes, like, you can kind of sense it, like the way our eyes made. I thought I saw something on the side of me. And he said our eyes is made to only see straight, so you might feel something and not know it's something about the sides and looking at the sides, and I would be like, there was something on the side of me. Yeah, so I'm right here, and I'm like, there was something, like I'm thinking like it's something right here on the side. But y'all, back to what I was saying. It's a type of vision, and most of the time, they'll be like in like a blind spot within your peripheral view. And you might be like, dog, I thought I saw something. Because they in your peripheral view. They in like a blind spot. Okay, y'all, let me keep going. And normally it's going to be on the side. So you might like look to the side and be like, dog, I thought I saw something. It'll be like a side, like the side of your eyes, so to speak. It's something with the side of y'all eyes, y'all. Okay, let me get back to this. Okay, y'all, so look at your surroundings. God will plant people in your life. Satan will also plant people in your life. Look at the fruit. Look at what's going on. Don't be emotionally attached to people. Look and see what's really going on with people. Remove your emotions so you can like have a clear view of what's really going on with people. And so when you look and see what's really going on, and every time you think about doing something new, starting something new, like just anything in general, and every time it's just like going against what you're trying to do out here, they might not be planted by Satan. And you shouldn't be really putting your energy into people that's not planted by God. Like you going back with people about what you want to do, what you trying to do, and what God told you to do all day, every day with people. That's draining. Why are you draining yourself with people that's planning to tell you, and their whole purpose is to tell you your dream is your reality can't be your reality. Be stuck in the box. Like their whole purpose is to tell you to be stuck in the box. Stop wasting your energy on people like that. Like why is you going back and forth with people to begin with? Like why is you putting your energy into people that don't see what you see? Cut off people that ain't aligned with you, and you keep it moving because you in the Truman Show. So open your eyes. Yep, y'all in the Truman Show, y'all just don't know it. And once you realize it, once you wake up, boop, you're like, oh, let me cut these people out. So then that's how he was. He got to a point. He fooled everybody. So everybody thinking, because he started to realize a lot of stuff, he like, I'm going to see this going to happen at this time, this car going to come at this time, this bus going to come at this time, I'm going to see this man, he going to run across the street exactly at this time, like same stuff going on every day. So he started to realize something is off. And so in this process, he started to do his routine, but he started doing little stuff and sneaking stuff behind the camera people couldn't really see. And so yeah. And then another part of the Truman Show that I had seen was when they had made it look like his dad had drowned. Like they had to create this drama. And so they had to create some kind of drama and trauma in his life. Had to. The enemy of Satan. He gotta create drama and trauma in your life. Like it got to be there. It can't just be good every day. Like he was living like good, peaceful. That wasn't good enough. Now we gotta create some drama. So what they did was made it look like him and his daddy was on the boat. And when they made him look like he was on his boat, his daddy, one way or another, the winds that they created, because they controlled the weather, made him fall into the water and drown. And so he had lived with this like regret, with this guilt, with this shame, with this hurt, with this pain, with this trauma. He had been living with this. And one of the things that came behind him in that incident was fear. So they were using this fear to control him. So whenever he would have to do something, and it would be like him crossing over through that water or that bridge, this fear would come on him. He just couldn't do it. But then to make the story interesting, they would force this fear on him and force him to do stuff knowing, he traumatized through the fear. Like the fear was controlling him. So you look at the movie, you'll see the symbolic spiritual connection. And then also in the movie, the person who is over the whole thing, his name was, they call him Christoph, Christoph. But when I looked at his name, it said Christ. But they would refer to him as Christoph, like CHRIS-TOF. But when I looked at the name was Christ. So his name was Christ. But it was called Christ of. And so his name was Christ of. That's what I was getting out of it. It wasn't Chris, because they call him Chris. But when I saw his name and I saw the spelling, it was Christ, not Chris. And it was Christ of. And it just like he really represented to me. He didn't represent God because of the fruits of what was going on. He kind of pretty much represented Satan and how Satan is over this earth and how Satan just kind of got dominion over everything going on, controlling everything. Okay, let me create drama for you. Okay, let me create trauma for you. Let me do this with you. Okay, your mama got to die today. Okay, your brother got to... Like, he was just like that's how I saw the movie. Like, I just saw him really as Satan trying to keep them in a box through fear. The creator of the earth, or the person that had dominion of the earth, was just trying to create this fear through Truman, through fear to control him. But he slowly was overcoming his fear. So fear wasn't working for him. And asking for him to get away, he had to go back through the water. But at this point, he had no fear. He had overcome fear. Because the thing about fear is that it's temporary. So if you use fear to instill something in somebody, the thing about fear is that you're scared today, but not tomorrow. So if somebody use fear to get you to go to church every day, you might be scared for a little bit and be like, ooh, I don't need to do nothing. Like, ooh, if I sin, I'm going to hell. But at a certain point, you're going to forget all about you doing sin and going to hell. Fear is temporary. It's a temporary thing. So it don't have a solid foundation. So if people use fear to bring people to God, that's not going to work. You got to use love to bring people to God, not fear. So I got that out of Truman Show. But God just saying that a lot of people in your life, they planted there, and they not planted there by him. They planted there by Satan, and they there to create drama, They there to create stress. They're there to create fear. They're there to purposely undo what he telling you up here. That's their whole purpose. The whole purpose of the people that's around you is to undo what he already planned up here for you to do. So everything they telling you why you can't do it, they gonna give you 1,000,001 reason why it can't be you and why you can't do what you need to do out here. What God created and designed you to do, they gonna give you 1,000,001 reason why it can't be you. That's what they gonna do. That's the whole purpose of them. So if you dealing with this, y'all, get these people away from y'all. Get these people away. Get these people away. They're a distraction and they draining your energy and they taking away from what you can be doing in your purpose with God. They're just there just to be there. They just there to be there. So that's what I'm getting out of the Truman Show. Okay, guys, talk about Truman Show. I talked about the war and the geese. Is there anything else I need to speak on? Well, I'm just smile talking on today. Okay, I had a couple of dreams today. These dreams, because today served the Sabbath, and I kept going in and out of my dreams. I'm going to have to write these dreams down, because I had jumped into so many visions today, this morning. All morning, I just been jumping into vision after vision. So I can't even remember the last vision, because it throw me into a different vision. Today was a little different than the other visions, with me just jumping in and out of vision so much. But it just seemed like God, when I had said something about this heavenly giveaway, and I said the blessings will fall. It's just his blessings and stuff falling. And when I say this heavenly giveaway, it might not necessarily be monetary. So even when you're dealing with a heavenly giveaway, it might be just something that you desiring from him. Like it's just something special that he gonna give you as a love offering. It could be financial, but it could be like something that you're just desiring out here. Just say, okay, for instance, just say you're desiring for a husband. That could be your heavenly giveaway. He's giving you a husband. That could be part of your heavenly giveaway that I said that he's finna to release. Okay, another thing, because, everybody just so stuck on money. But when you deal with giveaway, heavenly, and God, it's not necessarily money. Okay, just say something dealing with cancer. Okay, a person might want to be healed of cancer or want their cancer into remission or however God chooses to do it. That might be the heavenly giveaway. That might be their heavenly giveaway. Somebody might want an extension on their life. Okay, God, extend my life. They telling me I got 6 months to live. And if they living and walking with God and he's releasing like this outpour of blessings, your extension of life might be wrapped up in this heavenly giveaway. With me, I'm really looking like, God, what I probably getting out this giveaway? I have no clue what he gonna do. I have no clue what God is gonna do, y'all. But I'm like, God, like what? Like what you gonna give me? Cause God, he digging deep in my heart. So I'm like, I'm trying to dig deep within my own heart to see what he trying to give me. I am. Cause I'm like, okay, it could possibly be money now. It could probably be money. It could be financial, but it could be other things that I'm desiring that he wants to give me in this heavenly giveaway on top of everything else that's going on. Yeah, he's still going to be dropping blessings and stuff like that. I don't want everybody to be locked because what I'm seeing is something very specific and it's exclusive. What I'm seeing is exclusive. It's not dealing with everything else that's in motion on top of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this on top of everything that's in motion, y'all. So, with me, I'm like, okay, could be monetary. Woo, I'd be excited for the monetary now. But it's what I'm desiring. And I'm looking like, God, what am I desiring? Because you know me better than me. Like, you designed me. So, I have no clue. But some people, it could be just like children. They could be desiring a child doing this heavenly giveaway. They're bearing, but then God might open their womb to get pregnant. Like that could be part of this heavenly giveaway that he's releasing to his people out here. Like it's gonna be on an individual type level. Cause like in the giveaway, even though me and my daughter was together, we was not together all the time. Like she was straying away, wondering doing what she do, and I was wondering doing what I do in this giveaway that I seen in my vision. So with that being said, it's just like my daughter, she got certain desires that's separate from my desires. And when she wandered off, she was wandering off for her, for what she got going on with her. And me, I was wandering off for what I had going on with me. But then we still kind of together, so it's stuff that we design together too in this process. And so God might be like individually, okay, certain stuff that she personally got with God, like this is her and God, this is me and God, this is you and God. So it's on that type level. But I also saw we was together too. So with us being together, I was like, oh, hey girl, like we caught up with each other. And we kind of was strolling through together in this vision. So like I said, when people say heavenly giveaway, they think like, ooh, money, 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 which it could be financial, but everybody not seeking finance during this time. Everybody desires not finance, and this is a love offering. So it might be other stuff going on, but what I'm seeing is a love offering for the appreciation for people who have been, you know, who have been, you know, just putting in the work and just been faithful to him and just been doing. He just want to give you a love offering. Like, yeah, like, nobody will ever be perfect, but you attempted, you trying, right? Okay, he trying to give you a little offering. So, don't beat yourself down. Through Christ, we perfect. Through Christ, I'm perfect. And I walk high and proud with it. Yeah, I'm walking with my head high. Because through Christ, I am perfect. And you got to believe and stand on it. So, yeah. So, I'm going to let y'all go. I think this all God want me to talk about, but in the vision I had today, it was just more dealing with like the blessings falling. It was more dealing with like the blessings and stuff falling. Like it was more like an outpour of blessings and people receiving. Like it was more of this going on in these visions. Like all the visions looked like it was the same thing with blessings falling. I said it's fall season. So I just want to extend, because I'm still working. I just got my book, so I see what's going on with it to try to get the scripture with this vision, which God has extended this. But along with, I would say distraction. Yeah. Because, like, it reminds me of the Truman Show. So, okay, the Truman Show. I'm out here like, ooh, let me do my video, boom, flies. And then I'm like, but the fly not as bad as last time. Like when I first was pushing this video out, it was like so many flies flew in my truck all at the same time. Like somebody just planted them there just to fly in here. And then now I'm like, okay, let me do my video. Then you see a man, boop, let me cut the yarn right now. Okay, like it's made to look like everything is normal. Like it's made for you to think that, ooh, this is just normal. Like good morning, how you doing? But it ain't normal. It's planned and plotted and positioned right there for a reason. It serve a purpose. Okay, y'all. That's what I think now when I look, because I'm woke now. So that's how I feel. I feel like people come to my life, I'm like, if they position her about Christ or they is same positioning them. Like, you're not going to just approach me. Like, it's not a coincidence that we just meet and you just approach me. No, you were sent to me. So now I got to dig and I got to use my discernment to try to figure out why you were sent to me. So that's what I do with everybody. Everybody is not just, we just having to bump into each other. And no, you were sent to me. So now I got to figure out why you were sent my way. And I do this with everybody I interact with and I approach. I got to try to use my discernment to figure out why they. So now he got the weed eater. Now he got the lawnmower. I told you. Like, I'm like, it's the Truman Show. It's all distraction. So when I bump into people, it's not a coincidence for me to bump into people. Everybody that I bump into serves some kind of purpose. And so me, I'm to the position where I got to try to figure out, okay, they sent by God or they sent from Satan. So I got to figure that out within maybe the 2 minutes of me interacting, 1 minute, 30 seconds of me interacting with a person. I got to realize who they from first. I got to get to the root cause of why they in my presence. And then I work my way from there. But ain't nobody just sent to me and I just bump into somebody. Everybody I meet, everybody that come into contact with me have been sent to me. Okay, y'all. So. I'm figuring to let y'all go. Maybe that's my Truman Show cue. You got the weed eater and you got the lawnmower out at the same time. Okay, so. Trying to see what I need to speak on. But yeah, the video I had today, it just seemed like it was a lot of blessings falling. Yeah, it don't seem like I say nothing bad, but I did see a lot dealing with blessings falling. So I was like, let me do this video to speak more on this. But it's not really clear. I guess I'm gonna have to write this stuff out. God, I'm gonna have to write it out. Most of the time he let me remember. He might bring it back to my remembrance. I'll do a video if he do. If not, I'm gonna start writing this out. Cause it's so much to download. It's no way I can remember everything. Like, it's no way I can remember. So, and I need to remember this. So I'm gonna get with y'all later. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Be safe. So I figure to upload the video so I will watch it myself, because God, he'll talk to me as I watch myself. This how God come to me, y'all. Like, yeah, this how he come to me. Like, he's not gonna come to me and just be like, okay, da. Like, God, he gonna come on his time. And my video gonna be all over the place, because this is how God operate. I have to speak. And as I speak, God will start to drift and take over the conversation. And whatever come out my mouth, pay attention to it. Okay, so I'm looking at my video, and I looked at the Truman Show, and I went and I spoke on how the Truman Show, the basis of this Truman Show was trauma. Remember I said that? I said it was based on trauma, and they was looking for women that did not want their kids. Like, that was specifically this experiment was already like open, because it was based on a broken relationship with, I don't know if it said single mothers, but it was mothers that did not want their kids. And I told you that Truman, he was the first one to be born, so he was the one that was hand-picked. And so as I'm watching the video and I'm looking at myself explain this, God was talking to me about the firstborn, like the firstborn male. So in the movie, you know, they was targeting this firstborn male to be part of this experiment. And if you read the Bible, you know, Satan has always targeted firstborn males. Like, he always wanted the firstborn male. And Truman, he was the first male to be born in this experiment. So that's why he was handpicked, and he was chosen for all of what went on. So God just wanted me just to bring it up about the firstborn males. Because Truman, he was the firstborn, and then he happened to be a male. And so, and if you read the Bible, you'll see a lot of attacks since the beginning of time on firstborn males. And even now, you might see firstborn males probably go through the most. Like, they just targeted. They just targeted by Satan. I mean, even if you look at your other kids, most of the time, your firstborn male is going to experience so much more trauma than anybody in the family bloodline. It's a reason for that. It's a spiritual reason for that, for the firstborns to have this, like, spiritual attack. Greater than the other ones. Normally now, I ain't saying all the time, but normally the firstborn male, and then I don't know if you looking at it like firstborn male from the female, like from the woman, or firstborn male from the male. Because sometimes you have two different sides, and you might be like, well, the firstborn male from the daddy probably be under all this spiritual attack, so to speak. Or just firstborns all together, just firstborns. Sometimes firstborn, they just have a lot. And a lot of people who prophetic, they do understand these attacks to be like higher in frequency than normal, than just regular people and the siblings and the attacks they go through. Sometimes the firstborn just go through so much. But God, he wanted me to put emphasis on the fact that this was the firstborn, and he was male, a firstborn male. Like, he wanted me to put emphasis on this. I was looking at Tiffany, I think her name Tiffany Montgomery, and she was talking about the attack on men. She, you know, I posted some of her stuff where she was speaking on the attack of men. So when I look at this June, and it say Men Mental Month, and then you dealing with Leviathan, which is the spirit of pride, and you dealing with all these attacks on men, which might include this war. It's going to be an attack on man, because you're going to force all these men to go to a war, and they not going to even be properly equipped to even fight in this war that you're going to have. And you're going to see, we already got a shortage of men, and then the men we got, you taking them to fight in a war. And you're not going to even properly equip them to fight in this war. So, yeah, so God, he's opening me up to this, y'all. Yeah, so he just talking to me about the firstborn male, Truman Show firstborn male. Like, the symbolism of it all. Y'all watch the Truman Show, because it ain't no excuses. The Truman Show is on Pluto for free. Watch the Truman Show, because it's spiritual, and it might open your eyes up, and you might see people around you, and you might be like, dang, like, it's it might be a spiritual bell might ring. Like, this person been around me all the time. Every time I talk about opening up a beauty shop or opening up a braid shop, they always tell me not to do it. Watch the Truman Show, and then you might start uprooting people at that point. Like, after you watch the Truman Show, and you see that your life is like, if you can like put your life in the visual of the Truman Show and align it with it, you probably start uprooting people from around you, because you're going to realize people is the problem. Like, you're going to start to realize the people is the problem. It's not you. So Truman, he think everything normal. At a certain point, Truman like, the people is the problem, not me. Then he was like, then it was on and popping at that point. When he realized it was the people and not him, that movie was on and popping at that point. Cause he trying to get rid of everybody, and it was hard for him to get rid of people. Like he was doing everything, ducking and dodging people, and they just purposely just trying to just be around him to just disrupt him and just stop him from what he's trying to do. Like they purposely was like, oh Truman, like no matter how much he was just trying to pull away from people, like they was forced, like literally, like, hey Truman, what's going on? Like like these people. When you look at the Truman Show, y'all, some of y'all might actually start uprooting people when you start looking and you got the analogy of the Truman Show is your life. Like, you going to start uprooting people from around you. Like, you really going to start uprooting people. So, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. Enjoy y'all day. Y'all be safe. And, yeah, Tiffany Montgomery did say pray for the men, like the men under attack. And then the Truman Show, it would be the firstborn male under attack. You got this war. You got this drought. You got a lot of young men that's going to be forced into a war they don't want to go to. You can sit back now. See, y'all is reactive. I'm proactive. Y'all reactive. So while y'all sitting around, chilling, having fun, doing this, that, shoot, we on the verge of a war. And if you got a son and he in that age frame of a draft, they drafting your son. They drafting him. So people sitting out here reactive. I'm proactive. I'm already just saying this. I'm already seeing what it's gonna be. These sons, they're gonna be drafted. And these people they're gonna be like, and ain't nothing going, and they can't do nothing. They're gonna be doing all this talk. But if you got a draft in place that's drafting sons, they could possibly draft your son. It ain't nothing you can do or say. It's law. It's law. And this was already put in place because they already knew we were going to get to the point where we were going to go to a war. So, you're going to see a whole lot going on. You're going to see a whole lot. It might even be more rioting going on. These men finna be shipped out. These young boys finna be shipped out. Like they had the mentality of a kid. Like they weren't even like mentally like mature to even go to a war and fight, and they was forced to fight. I'm interacting with them in the vision. So with me interacting in the vision, shoot, even though they might be 18, the way they were looking at how I was talking to them, they probably had the mentality of a 13 or a 14-year-old being forced to a war. They mentally weren't even mature enough to even like process the whole thing. And it was a fear on them. Like I'm interacting with them. So when I'm speaking to y'all about this, I'm telling you the direct reaction that I'm getting from the men that God allowed me to talk to in this vision, y'all. I'm giving you direct, like one-on-one, what was going on, what they were doing, what they were saying. They weren't there. Mentally, they weren't there. They just weren't there. And they were scared out their mind. That's why when I tell you they scared out their mind, because they were scared out their mind in the vision. Yeah. So, if it do get to this point, a war is going to happen. A war is going to happen. A war is going to happen. We're trying to push it back. Push back something that they're trying to speed up. They're trying to force this. And we're trying to push this back. It's not going to be good for nobody to see this war pop off. Like, it's not going to be good for nobody. Especially if you got a son that got to be drafted to go to war. It's not going to be good. Okay, y'all. Because God want me to emphasize this. Like, he keep telling me to emphasize this. Because people just seem to be blind and just be worried about the Diddy trial. And you got a son that's in the age range to be drafted. But you worried about Diddy trial over your son. You need to be praying for your son. You need to be praying for your son right now. Not only your son, all the troops. You need to be praying for the troops now. So this is what God is telling me. So he telling me that while everybody sitting up here looking at Diddy trials, trying to get the tea on what preacher doing what with who, and all this exposure that's going on, and you got a son that's sitting right beside you, but you more worried about that than your son. You need to be worried about your son. Pray for your son. It's an attack on the son. It's an attack on the men. That's who you need to be praying for right now. Yeah, so I'm finna let y'all go. Like I said, I ain't finna get into too much detail. This is what he tell me to say. And this is how he tell me to say it. And I'm trying to, like, just come I'm emotionally, so I can't sit here and do a Tyler Perry right here. Like I can't sit here and just start doing Taraj. I don't even know her name. Is it Taraj Hendry? Like I can't sit here and just start. I can't do it. But just take what I'm saying serious though. Just take everything that I'm telling you, especially with this war, especially with this draft, especially with these troops, especially with these young men, especially if you got a young man that's in the age frame of a troop of the draft. Yeah, it can be very serious. And it can tear up a whole lot of homes. And a lot of people, they're going to be forced into a war that they don't want to go to, especially these young men who I interviewed personally and who I was talking to. God let me interact with all these men, and I'm just sitting here talking to them. I'm just trying to tell them the best advice I could tell them about how they can better be prepared for a war that the government not even preparing them for. The government going to give them a gun and send them out there and let them figure it out. They're going to have to figure it out. They're going to give them a gun, ship them off, and then they're going to have to figure it out. Okay, y'all, I'm finna let y'all go. I ain't even trying to get into too much detail dealing with this, but these distractions, I keep talking about flies, I talk about the people across the street cutting the yard, but I'm letting you know distractions with you too. Now's the time for you to be trying to pray over your sons. If he ain't saved, if he ain't in no church, if he ain't like walking with Christ, walking with God out here, he need to be trying to build some kind of spiritual relationship. Like, that should be the main focus, especially if you got a son and then he's in the age range of being drafted. Like, I be trying to focus on, hey, let's get to church. Like, I be trying to take my son to church every Sunday. Shoot. I'm telling y'all, like, shoot, I need to take my girls to church. I don't have to, and I ain't saying it like that. I got 5 girls. I don't know. Like the boys and them ripping the boys from the family, saying, okay, you gotta go fight in this war. Like, I'm not gonna know that feeling for them to randomly say, okay, rip the boys. Now it could, they said, even with that, I don't know the extent of this new law that was put in place, and I don't know if it's for women too, women and men. Like, I don't know the extent of this, but I'm tickling myself on the inside, y'all. I ain't trying to say it. God, I ain't trying to say it. Shoot, if they trying to draft the women, shoot, they get out through pregnancy, kind of baby get you out of a draft. If Biden signed something that said the women and men got to go to war, and if they honoring that, shoot, I know what I'd be doing if I was in that age right and I was a woman. So I told my kids that too. I like, look, y'all, I don't know the extent because I ain't really spoke on it. But if you a female and they talking about, and you get a letter talking about you in a draft pick, you better be pregnant this month. I'm so serious. You better figure out a way. It's a way out of it. You better be trying to find the loopholes and find a way out of it. Because this is something ain't nobody gonna want. And I don't know if it's just men or men and women. I don't know this new law that they pushed, but they pushed a new law, y'all. They pushed a new law. And they did it during Biden administration. So I don't know if women was a part of this. Some say women was actually a part of this draft. What I saw was all men. What God showed me was all men. I didn't see women in this. I didn't see no women in this. So pray for the men and troops. And I'll be praying for the men and troops too. And God brought this up because I brought up Truman, then he brought up firstborn, then he brought up male, then he brought up attack of the men, and then he brought up the men going to the draft. Okay, y'all, I be praying for the troops. They gonna need it. If you got a son, you need to be praying for your sons now. Do not wait till you get no letter in the mail talking about your son is forced to a war. Like, you better be trying to be praying and doing something now. Building that spiritual relationship now. Do it now. You can do it then too, but do it now. Don't wait till you forced to do it. Be proactive out here. Don't be reactive out here, y'all. And I'm going to let y'all go. Enjoy y'all day.